Hey everybody, and welcome to a tutorial on the Ross Switcher Experience workflow. We'll talk through all the typical transitions that we make throughout the weekend experience. Now, if you haven't watched a Ross Switcher basic operation video, make sure to check it out first before watching this video. All of this will make much more sense. At the beginning of the day or in between services, we're going to make sure that our playback sources are queued up to the message start. Now, if you don't know how to do this, make sure to reference our other articles and videos on tech.life.church. The next thing that we're going to do is hit the Reset Enter Pre-Service Enter button on our switcher. This sets our switcher video sources back to their default state at the beginning of the service. This is also a great way to do any troubleshooting if you have issues with your switcher. So we've got everything set and ready. Now what do we do? When it's time for the service to start, our audio engineer will play our Pro Tools session, which triggers a countdown. At this time, all we have to do is flip the T-bar. This puts Pro Tools from our preview layer into our program layer on the side screens. During the countdown, or sometimes at the end of the countdown, our worship team will come on stage and play a cover song. We'll run lyrics on ProPresenter for this time. Once that's over, our worship experience is ready to start. Pro Tools will begin to play, and it will play a video called Begins Now, signaling the beginning of our service. We'll hit the Pro Tools hotkey at the start of the Begins Now video to put Pro Tools on our scenic screen. Then we're ready to run lyrics for the rest of the worship service on the confidence monitor for our worship team. At the end of worship, it's a little bit crazy, so let's talk through all the transitions that we have to make for that. When the band is finishing the last song, we'll hit the down button on the center screen controller to bring the center screen down. We'll also hit the Life.Church logo on ProPresenter and flip the T-bar on the switcher. That'll put the logo on the side screens. When the center screen is finished coming down, we'll hit the Stage Time hotkey. This turns on the center screen and turns on the scenic image around the screen. Then we're ready to run Stage Time slides for our campus pastor. While we're running slides, we'll want to make sure to put our message playback source in the preview row. At the end of the stage time, our campus pastor will throw it to our senior pastor, Craig Rochelle. We'll hit the message hotkey, which does multiple things. It transitions the preview layer to the program layer. It pulls up a new scenic image, transitions all of our screens, and automatically plays Resi and Hyperdeck. We'll also want to follow along with ProPresenter once the transition happens, so make sure to click that message file in ProPresenter and follow along. Now we're set until the end of the message. At the end of the message, Pastor Craig will do a call to Christ. We'll go ahead and put the Life.Church logo back in ProPresenter. At the end of this call to Christ, he'll say, "Raise your hands high right now." When that happens, we'll make sure that ProPresenter is down in our preview row, and we'll flip the T-bar to put it back on the screens. When we flip the T-bar, we'll need to select the Close hotkey. This will transition the scenic image on the scenic screen. Okay, so that was a lot of information all at once, tons of stuff to learn. But once you get this down, it'll be super easy, and you'll see on the switcher that everything is strategically laid out in the service order from left to right. I hope that helps a little bit, and remember, if you need a refresher on how to use the switcher, make sure to watch our Ross Switcher Basic Operation video. Thanks for tuning in.